Qualifying score. What can he do as he flicks it to angle? That's the foot brake. You see the front end that BMW dip down and it's in and out of that outside zone. He flicks it to angle, catches a little understeer. You can see him working those front wheels, dials it onto angle. As he now flicks it through, looks for that zone. He's triangulating the track every single step of the way as he now puts it into this long outside zone. Takes the ball and hits the front wheel off. That's a big impact for Gutierrez. And now this could change the game. If the rain is coming and we're delayed by 20 minutes, this could mean a lot for a lot of these drivers.
Yeah,
And look at that, smashes into the wall. And I mean, oh, look at that, hands off the wheel. He's like, wow. It kind of all fell apart because he was trying to make it up as he went round.
Right.
Janis Katie sitting inside that car needs to do something right now, sitting on a zero, shut the car down. Avoid the run was my idea. We're going to talk to her after the show and see what exactly happened as she screamed through the gears. This BMW F22. Puts that car to angle, needs a good score. Oh, no, got it all wrong. Puts the car into the wall. As Janis Katie parks the car into the wall.
Oh, man.
And there we go. We've got an onboard. She is okay. And she's going to try and, she's going to try and start it. And that will be an abort from Janis Katie as she now gets herself out. And you can see, goes for that initiation, gets on throttle. And it all looks like it's going so well. And then...
Oh, that was weird, yeah. With the speed coming into that, I mean, it's no bueno. Fast run, 138 kilometers an hour. I can go back and see exactly how fast it was hitting the wall.
What happened to the car because it kind of just snapped.
It did, yeah. The front end just really gripped up at the last minute, and that was it.
King of Riga. Well, here we go, on the line, ready to go. Nikiva opts to lead first. Laurie Heinen in that borrowed car from Drift Games as they fire down into the gears as Nikiva fires it in. Perfect lead line so far, but look at this from Laurie Heinen, not scared to put that carbon Kevlar A90 Supra on the door. Oh! Wow, big accident. Big accident. Talking to the judges, Jacob, I wonder if I feel what the judges are saying. Yeah, and I can see it. And did you speak to the judges just then?
I was getting some word on telemetry. 88 kilometers an hour at contact. So that is, and then to go to zero.
I'll tell you what I see. I see Dwayne McKeever off throttle for quite a long amount of time. And,
interesting.
And as he went over to speak to Laurie Heinen, he said to Laurie Heinen, "That's all my fault."
Oh, wow. So let's see as they come through. Yeah, not as much smoke off the rear wheels.
We're hearing it now through our headsets. Dwayne McKeever, ladies and gentlemen, deemed at fault. And it was correct. Look at that front wheel to front wheel, and he just climbed straight up onto the bonnet of that car. And it's not very often you get to see an A90 Supra fly, but today we did. We'll stop him around. Look at this with Conor Falvey. He's going to go for quite a run-in as he sits way back off that start line. Correa given the thumbs up. Both drivers slam the cars into gear and off the line they come as Correa works his way through the gears in that BMW E92. 1,000 horsepower screaming from both these guys, body panels flying as they initiate. And look at this from Correa, drops out of the outside zone, has to get back into it again as he flicks it to angle. There's no shaking. Conor Falvey's tucked up on the inside. They go nice and wide through the centre of the circuit. Bumper to bumper transition. Falvey wants this one, and he's taking it to the wall. He's taking it to the door. Contact again. Both guys in the wall. Wow, Riga, you are delivering this weekend. Times that transition perfectly. Correa looks shallow on that outside zone, goes for the switchback. He's off throttle for a long time.
Yeah, and this is a similar thing that we're seeing before.
This is a Juha Rittinen as well. We're seeing it again.
Yeah, and he comes in with kind of some shallow angle, has to transition pretty late.
On that replay there, you could see that after the decel, Diogo Correa failed to go on throttle early. Creep off the line, it's going to be Finland versus Switzerland as they come off the line through the gears. Absolutely in the zone is Yves Meyer right now. They flick him to angle as Jarkko Jula now finds outside. Oh, no, and he's off, and it's wild, and he holds on to it as Yves Meyer almost throws the car into the wall as Jarkko Jula now drives away to finish the run.
Holy, I thought that was it for the Supra.
Yeah.
I thought that was it. Oh, man. Jarkko Jula, do you even know what was going on behind you?
No, he had no idea.
Yeah, he's going to come back up there and see Yves nowhere to be found and kind of trying to figure out what happened, but wow.
Oh, now he's lost the front bumper under the front of the car as well. Man. What happened? Did he get lost in the smoke? Here we go. Nice initiation from Jarkko Jula. Just about got a wheel in that zone. I think Yves Meyer was out of position. He got lost in the smoke.
Yeah, I wanted to take a look back to see if anything happened with Jarkko.
Look at this, blinded. Oh, blinded.
Calm though.
He just couldn't, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that was so close to the wall.
What driving prowess to be able to save that though.
Driver feeling confident after that really nice lead line, even though there was a few mistakes creeping in from both sides. They're off through the gears down to initiation as Fionn Roche goes for it early, lights up the tyres on the back of that 2JZ GT86. But look at this from Jarkko Jula already on the front wheel, the young Irishman as they fire through the smoke. Fionn Roche starts to pick up the pace now, starts to look for that wall. He's deep into the wall. Oh, and it's a big accident for Fionn Roche. Jarkko Jula gonna complete the run as he has to, and then shut it down as he gets across the line. And yeah, we'll get shown the red flag from our marshal and see Fionn Roche in the middle of the track. That car absolutely in tatters, and yet another accident here at Drift Masters. Wheel onto the door, nice transition back, and you can see Fionn Roche just going too wide there, just can't control it. It hits the wall, and it's 1, 2, 3, and he absolutely puts that thing into a spin dryer.
Yeah, I mean, he caught that wall at 97 kilometers an hour.
Wow.
That is so crazy. I mean, he was coming into it
Look at this shot.
over 100. 1, 2.
Jarkko Jula did an incredible job of not to make contact with him.
Yeah, that could have been so much worse, and that could have also...
Track clear and ready to send cars. It's going to be Nicolas Bertans to lead out Espen Road. Espen Road, the lower qualifier, sits in that chase position as Nicolas Bertans now flicks that carbon Kevlar Euro 5 right to the edge of the circuit. He's almost put it into a spin, but he holds on to it as Nicolas Bertans now fires down, tries to get himself back on that qualifying line. Espen Road now in the wall, and a replication of Fionn Roche. Nicolas Bertans going to finish out the run same way as Jarkko Jula did. And he's going to pull up and see that the young Norwegian's buried into the wall.
And not able to get
Look at that front wheels. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we talk about understeer, for anybody who doesn't know, it basically just means those front wheels are not turning and gripping and being able to actually move the car around. So it is, I would say it is probably the scariest thing that can happen to a race car driver.
Off the line and through the gears and down to initiation as Bertans fires it in. There's no shaking Shanahan with angle because he's the master of it this weekend. As Shanahan pops for the smoke, looks for the side of that BMW as they fire. Shanahan gets it into the wall. Lost into the smoke. Shanahan left in a cloud of dust as Nicolas Bertans puts the back end of that BMW to the wall and across the line.
Another wild series of events, and we've had these incidents happen so many times now and for so many different reasons as well. So let's take a look once again and make sure Jack is all right. That is always our priority. Just a little bit now until we see the front wheels to see if there was understeer there. It's really tough to tell, but man, just whips that car around once it gets into the tire barrier. And yeah, it's just a very, very difficult thing to understand, especially with just a few shots that we've had of it so far. But Nicolas able to get around the rest of it, but it's just very tight on that line.
Let me break it down.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to give you my opinion. Nicolas Bertans left outside zone 1 a little early. Then he came up short for outside zone 2, and then he caught inside zone 3 right through the middle of the car, which kind of cut the nose off of Jack Shanahan.
Oh, interesting.
Jack Shanahan found himself then in a weird part of the circuit. Jack then caught a little bit of understeer, watched the front wheels as he comes through the smoke, and then goes into the wall.
Yeah, I hear you on that. That's good. But this
I'm just breaking it down as a drift fan. You can see it again there. We've seen that shot multiple times before.